Hi, welcome to Diamond Custom Paint Shop. This is episode 6 in a series of videos called Bobber, where I take bobber motorcycle parts from bare metal to a finished product where we deliver it to the customer. If you are following these videos, or if you're new to this channel, please subscribe and then you won't miss any of these episodes in this series. In this episode, we're going to be painting a marble effect on these motorcycle parts. In the last video, we painted on the silver for the silver pinstripes, which you'll see in the end. As you can see right now, it's just a bunch outline, but a bunch of silver there. But in the end, those are just going to be some silver pinstripes. So like I said, in this video, we're going to be doing the marbling effect. And some of the products we're going to be using are Limeline's products like the silver. Let me see which ones here. Yep, this is the silver. We have the black base coat. So silver base coat and black base coat. And we're using some red candy. And along with that, the clear base coat to mix with the red candy. And of course, Limeline's fine line tape, the 16th and 8th inch. And then the masking tape, Limeline masking tape. Also, what we're going to be using is a couple of airbrushes. I'm going to be using this trigger action airbrush to put down, more paint than our normal little one of these airbrushes put down. And then I'm going to use one of these. This is just a Iwata HPCS with the 0.5 needle in it. This one has, I believe, a 0.7. So this one I'll be using to do the final in the end to do a black fade, which you'll see in the video. And then also we're going to be using Limeline's minigun, which this is a 0.8 needle tip in there. And what I'm going to be using this for is to lay down the black base coat, because this really will put it down really quick and really nice and smooth for me. So you'll see that. You'll see this in the video in action. That works out really good. And then we're going to be using just like a plastic bag from your grocery store. So yeah, stay tuned. And we're going to get started here. First off, we're going to kind of relay out what we've already done to get our inside parts where we're going to be doing the marbling effect. So stay tuned for that next here, and we'll get started. Okay, also stay tuned for the very end. Like in custom painting, you're always going to have some things happen. And on some of my corner edges, I had some blowouts. So in the end, I'm going to show you how to fix those. It's really simple, easy way to do it. So if it happens, don't worry about it. That's kind of the whole thing with custom painting, is learn how to fix your mistakes. Because as you can see, you have a lot going on when you're doing a custom paint job. So things happen. So let me show you in the camera what I'm talking about real quick. Let me grab the camera. So I'm talking about, you can see right there, I had where that red kind of blew out into the silver. Well, that's going to be a silver stripe, so I can't have any red in there. So I'll show you how to fix that. And it did it on the other side too. So yeah, stay tuned for that. In the end, I'll show you how to fix that. Okay, and then remember, we got to sand everything down so it's ready for the next coat of clear coat that we do. And accept anything that we put on here, it's going to put some scratches in there. So I'm using an 800 grit sanding sponge, and I'm wet sanding here. And like I've said before, with this Limeline acrylic urethane clear coat, I have a video of how I spray it. If you spray it like that, you're not going to have very much work to do to get this, to make sure there's no orange peel in it, get it scuffed down. I just use a spray bottle, just kind of keep things wet. And on your edges, all you need to do is just lightly scuff them, just so they get scuffed up, so you don't burn through on your edges. You just need to get some scratches in there. That's all you need. And don't forget to clean your parts with panel prep and glass cleaner. Limeline, best on the market. And then just cheap old glass cleaner. That's all you need. Nothing fancy. Okay, now I'm going to take my 1/8" tape, fine line tape from Limeline. I'm just going to follow this whole outer edge, kind of reversing what we did before, kind of laying out our pinstripe so we can mask out where we're going to do our marbling inside of here. So I'm just going to take this 1/8" and just follow this edge around. So remember, wherever this, in this instance, wherever this fine line tape you're putting down, that's where your silver pinstripe is going to be. So just follow it right along that edge. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to take my 16th, and then we got a 16th that runs along the bottom here, and then comes up, and that's the underside of our, where we're going to have our gold leafing in here. And this is where we'll take our thicker vinyl here, cut us some pieces to simulate our gold leaf. Okay, there we go. So now we're laid out for our marbling in here. So we just mask off everything that way. Pretty quick and easy. You can take all this off. We're going to take our 1/4 inch masking, outline this. This is where this stuff is really awesome, especially when you get down on your 16th inch. It's really easy to mask off with this. Yep. Then we're going to use a 3/4 inch mask to mask around that real quick. And then we're not going to mask this whole tank off with masking tape this time. I'll show you that once we get the other two sides, the top and the other side, laid out. I'll show you how I mask off for something like this, which is, it's pretty quick and easy, and then you don't run the risk of lifting any paint with a ton of masking tape on your project. You don't run the risk as much in these spots where you're putting masking tape. That's always a risk, but as long as you kind of let your clear coat at least dry in a decent temperature, which when I say decent, probably 60 and above, at least 24 hours. And then when you're pulling your tape, don't just go yanking on it. You want to be careful. Pull it slowly and consistently, kind of watching it as it goes, even the big masking tape here. So if you do see it start doing something, you can stop. And a lot of times, if it does do something, you can repair it. Okay, just leave it like that. Okay, we'll be back and we'll lay out the top. Okay, we're going to follow the same procedure here. We're going to start with the 1/8 inch fine line and lay down our outer pinstripe, silver pinstripe. And I'll leave a tail at the end because down at the end, this kind of gets smaller around that curve and then goes back to the usual thickness. So I like to leave an end down at the bottom so I can mess with it, have enough tape to mess with it. What I'll do is I'll sit here and I'll pull this tape over till I see silver, and then I'll go back till I can just barely see the edge of it, and then I'll lay it down so I can get it right on the edge, kind of using the negative space of the silver. Okay, there's our outer silver pinstripe. And now I'm going to take this miscellaneous masking, which is the thickness I want my gold leaf striping. So you can see I drew a line on that. And the reason I did that is when I come around here on this corner, I'm going to use smaller pieces. So to keep track, make sure I put it on there the right way, because once you cut it, almost the same size as that, it's going to be hard to kind of tell, and make sure you get that on there the right way. So as long as I have my line kind of going up and around like that, then we're good. Okay. And we're going to take our 16th inch vinyl. This is the hardest part, is these curves right here, to make sure you get those right. I think I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, there's that. I'll go ahead and do the other side, and then we'll get it all masked off. Okay, we got our masking done. Now we're just going to use this kind of plastic masking to finish it off. Kind of get all the areas masked out. So you just pull the length off here. It has tape on the one edge. I just like to use that initially to kind of tape it down, so I can pull the width of it out. And you'll cut this length here. Okay, so then we'll just take a razor knife and just lightly, doesn't take much to cut this, go over your tape all the way around this. Okay, and that piece will pull right out. I'll take my 3/4 masking and then mask the edge of that plastic to that edge, that yellow masking tape right there. You can kind of move it around so it's where you need it. You just want to make sure you have a tape edge there. You don't tape all the way, that plastic is all the way up to the edge of this tape, because then it'll just blow through on you. So it won't be actually sealing it off. Okay, we're going to use the Limeline minigun with a .8 tip to spray our black base coat on there first. Got it leaking out the top a little bit here. So I was shaking around too much. All right. Okay, so I have a silver base coat mixed up in this airbrush here. I got my paper sack or plastic sack. Just want to bunch it up, get some good texture in there. Just kind of undo it. And what you're going to do is you're going to coat this really good with the silver, and then we're going to blotch it down on there to give it that texture. And you can kind of mix it up on the bag. And I like to go and make sure I build it up on the edge pretty good. I have some silver because I use black in the end to kind of fade in from the edges so that you can really have that effect if you have the silver as a contrast for the fading. Let's go through and make sure I got some good stuff along the edges. Okay, now we'll do the side. Okay, I was going to show how to fix these little blowouts. So what you'll need is you'll need your fine line tape, and then just some masking tape. So what you do is you just outline your red there with your fine line. Actually, this one's not even up to the edge, so really all we have to do is just get a piece of mat, but if it was up to the edge, you could mask this edge out. You have to wait till this is good and dry. It's hard to do at the angle with this camera here, but you would basically outline that with your fine line tape. Like that, and then just a little added insurance. Get some of your masking here. Put it across there. Then you're just going to get some urethane reducer. This is just urethane reducer in here. You get you a rag. You just put your finger through it and then put a little bit of urethane reducer on there, or you can use a Q-tip. Q-tip works really good too. So then what you'll do is you'll just go here and kind of swipe at the spot there. Kind of rub it with your urethane reducer. And because we have this clear coated in between, we can do this. It doesn't do anything to the bottom. But you want to make sure you don't get this urethane reducer on this part that you just painted, because it'll come off. Spot's being a little stubborn right there. There we go. Okay, and that's it. Now you clear coat that, it'll all be gone. Then you can take this off slowly after you're done. Okay, well there we go. There's the marble effect that we used red candy on. Remember, we used silver base coat and red candy and a grocery sack to achieve this effect of the marbling effect. It turned out pretty good, as you can see. Turned out nice and dark and red like I wanted it. So yeah. So next what we'll be doing on this project is we're going to be doing some gold leafing along here inside these silver stripes here. And then we'll have silver pinstripes just on both sides and the gold leaf in the middle of that spun gold leaf. So yeah, so stay tuned for that video, which will be out in a few days. We'll get working on that. And if you have any questions or comments, please go down to the comment section and leave it in there, and I can get back to you. And then I'll see you on the next one.